Good morning. It is 6:49 a.m. on Thursday, September 21st, 2017. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I'm groggy today, as though that's not a common state of affairs for this video series in which I record myself right after I get up. Another successful episode of So Many Levels last night, where I changed up a number of things just on the sort of behind the scenes technical side in terms of the way I do things, the way I track things. Instead of using this encounter tracker app and dice roller on the iPad that I had used in the past, I kept track of the various stats using D&D Beyond, and the just did HP and initiative tracking in a little notebook, and then rolled physical dice rather than the dice roller. And honestly, I feel like that setup was a little bit smoother, even though it's a little bit more analog, arguably. But I used the pages of D&D Beyond a little bit like just if you're able to take your monster manual or something and have just your pages that you care about flagged and flip between them. It was essentially the equivalent of that. Plus, I kind of like the, the tactile quality of rolling the physical dice, and that was fun. It was also an interesting episode in the sense that while the party has a big, epic quest to close all of these fissures in space-time, where they're going to have individual little choices along the way, but for the most part, they've decided that they're going to try to close these fissures. That's the plan. But sometimes with these little side missions like this one, they're making some choices where the fate of the world doesn't hang in the balance. It's just kind of a question of like, well, do you go hunt this rare creature for its valuable shell when your party member that doesn't want you to do it isn't around? Well, turns out they did. So, so in any case, that was a good episode, and I was happy with the changes I made, and also included putting audio from tabletop audio back in there, which, I haven't rewatched or anything like that, but I think adds a lot to the experience of the, of listening or playing, or watching the game. I like that it just gives more ambiance to it. I had noticed when doing, editing audio for So Many Levels versus the Cursive Strahd episodes, that it just really seems to, liven up the process of re-listening. I still have a Cursive Strahd episode to post in audio, but that one had a little bit of a glitch midway through, and I'm still not sure what happened, where my audio relative to everything else seemed to get really low for a while, so I'm not sure why. But anyway, that's, these things happen. Technical difficulties are an ever-present source of mild frustration. Sometimes more than mild. Luna continues to improve, you guys. We're actually, I've, been easing back her pain meds a little bit, since she seems like she's doing okay while I do that. And certainly something I definitely notice is that the more the less she's doped up on the pain meds, the more energy she has. And as long as that, that energy is not expressed as discomfort, great, right? So she's doing a lot better, and I'm very pleased. Given that it seemed like it was slow progress there for a little while, but yeah, she's almost back to normal, I would say, or at least it feels a lot more like that. I suppose it's probably not quite all the way there, and again, it's like, it's probably, it's almost certainly going to come back at some point. But for now, she seems like she's doing pretty good, so I'm happy about that. But in the meantime, I gotta get ready for work and go and do all of that stuff. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow for 5 more minutes.